Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, we are doing a reading and energy update for our beautiful collective here on YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I am so grateful every single day for this beautiful community that we're building here on YouTube. And so thank you for co-creating here along with me. Now, I've been picking up on a lot of energy dynamics, even just this morning when I was doing my meditation. So I feel like there are a lot of layered collective messages that want to come through today. So we're going to be unpacking all of that. And I would love to know how you've been feeling in this energy. The sense that I've been getting is that those who are very empathic and highly sensitive, so most likely you listening to this reading are someone who is very in tune spiritually and very sensitive to energy. And I'm getting that those who are more sensitive have been picking up on a lot subconsciously that is coming from the collective. So there's kind of a collective energy of like a lot of destabilization. There are a lot of people feeling internally destabilized. So even if you are someone who tends to be more peaceful or more stabilized, you may have noticed a lot of emotional highs and lows lately. And that is because you're very empathic. So you are picking up on a lot of what is happening collectively. And it's as though your system is participating in processing a lot of what is coming up collectively. But I'm getting messages as well around your role here on the planet and how when you let yourself feel what's coming up for you and you choose to consciously find ways to stabilize internally, to come back to that state of peace and harmony within yourself, even on the days where it might be difficult for you, you are actually doing this massive service to the collective, because when you find peace within yourself in a destabilizing kind of moment, that again could be you picking up on something subconsciously that the collective is experiencing, this, I'm hearing, turns you into an anchor point in the collective grid. It turns you into someone who is a stabilizing force, a sort of anchor for others, just through you finding your internal peace and stability. And I keep seeing an umbrella, which reminds me of those messages around this umbrella of sort of like energetic balance that extends around and beyond you whenever you find that state of peace within yourself. Now, of course, that's not to say that it's always easy, especially when you are someone really sensitive and you're picking up on so much on a subconscious level. And so another message coming through here is quite simply to be gentle with yourself, to not be so hard on yourself with everything that you might be feeling right now, even if those feelings don't necessarily have a known source or a known cause, because it could be something that you are, again, like subconsciously picking up on and then stabilizing for the collective. I'm also getting a message about how your soul incarnated on earth, knowing that you would be here for this pivotal time in a collective shift in human consciousness. And it's as though your reason for being here as a soul has been activated more strongly in recent times, even though things may have been more difficult for you as well. So amidst this kind of pressure that you might be feeling, there's also this sense of activation happening where you might be feeling very activated toward a particular goal or an idea or something that you would like to do or create in this world. So I am going to start shuffling some of the cards just to see what wants to come up here. While I'm shuffling, feel free to set intentions for this reading, however you feel guided to do so, whether it's in your own mind or in the comments section out loud to yourself, whatever works for you personally. And I'm going to get a quick sip of my coffee here as well. I have some plain black vanilla coffee with vanilla almond milk creamer. So hopefully you have something comforting to eat or drink during this deep dive reading. Okay, I heard slow down. So for someone listening, you might be feeling guided to slow something down. I'm hearing artificial urgency. So there's almost this sense that something is creating an artificial urgency in your life where it might be trying to get you to feel like you have to rush ahead or like everything has to happen now. But what I'm getting is that you are building something slowly, gradually, over the course of time, something that is truly built to last. And it's very important that you allow yourself to slow down and to lean into that building process and to not expect yourself to have everything done or completed all at once, to, in a way, sort of ease that feeling of artificial urgency and come back to that state of grounded peace, reminding yourself that whatever it is you're building here, you're building for the long term and you're building in the right direction, which is the most important thing. Yeah, that's the sense I'm getting for someone, that you're building in the right direction, but there's part of your mind telling you that you're not doing it quickly enough. But what you have to remember is many people are building in the wrong direction, in like a misaligned direction. And they might be seeing a lot of quick results on the surface, but it's not really aligned with their soul. You are in this beautiful position of, in a way, having your ladder against the right wall, as the saying goes. You're building in the right direction. You're building in a direction that is truly aligned with your soul. And so every step you take is in that aligned direction. It's weaving another piece of the puzzle into this overarching picture, this like ecosystem of something that you're building or creating. I just really feel like someone needed the reminder of that to really ease that artificial sense of urgency, because I'm hearing it's going to happen for you. This is aligned for you. This is your soul's path. But it's going to be a gradual process. And there's a message coming through about allowing yourself to really lean into and immerse in that process and find peace in that process. So let's go ahead and start shuffling. I know I haven't even pulled a card yet. There was a lot coming through right away. So what can I channel for the beautiful souls listening here? The Seven of Swords in the reverse position. This is the energy of some kind of truth coming to the surface. I feel that for some of you, this may be something internally surfacing for you that you may have kind of tried to sort of ignore or not look at for a while, but now it's becoming unavoidable, and it's like something that you've been facing head on, something that you've been really honest with yourself about or acknowledging to yourself, even when it's been difficult. If it's not applying in that way for you, then this could be a collective energy. So there's a lot of truth coming to light collectively, and you may be picking up on that kind of energy of people reacting to a truth that they were bypassing for a long time on a more collective level. Again, you're very energetically sensitive. So even while you tend to feel more stabilized in yourself, you can pick up on some of that destabilization within others, which is why your grounding tools and techniques are more important than ever before at this time. There's something about how it may be easy to not give yourself the time and space for whatever grounds you, whatever works for you. And of course, it's different from person to person, but you might have the tendency to want to bypass even those routines or rituals, or not to do those things because your state of ungroundedness doesn't make sense to you. So physically, everything may look fine, but you're feeling this internal unease or fear or anxiety or whatever it is for you. And again, a lot of this is what you're picking up on collectively. But even if those feelings you're experiencing don't really have a logical cause, it's more important than ever before that you are soothing and grounding yourself through whatever tools or techniques work for you, through slowing it all down in a way. Because again, when you stabilize yourself internally, you become an anchor point for the collective. For some of you, I see that when you do this, it's almost like you are stabilizing a whole group or a whole community or a whole family or location, even beyond what makes logical sense. You may not be able to connect those dots logically, but your energy is having this profoundly stabilizing effect on the Earth's grid. And I know this reading is getting pretty quantum, but these are just the messages that wanted to come through today. So someone here is feeling as though there's a lot of truth coming to light, maybe within them emotionally, and yet they're feeling almost stuck in it, like very stagnant. Again, this could be a collective energy that we're seeing happen globally. It's almost like I'm hearing they can't look away from it, but there's nowhere to go. There's this feeling that all that can be done is to see the truth and to sit in the feeling, but there's like a stagnancy that feels kind of uncomfortable. Can I get more information on what is going on here with this truth coming to light? So the truth coming to light could be related to structure, authority, or routine. There could even be this sense that there's some kind of pattern that's become very routine or very much integrated into the structure that is actually somehow holding you back in some way. I mean, this could be someone internally really reflecting on their routines and their patterns, their ways of being or thinking or working or whatever it is, and realizing that they've been limiting themselves from their own potential in certain ways. But again, if this isn't applying internally, it feels like a collective energy, the realization that there are certain habits or patterns that have very much become almost like crystallized into structure that have been limiting or confining in some way. But there's this feeling of the truth now being inevitable, like being in one's face. It can't be ignored or hidden or denied anymore. And ultimately, that is leading to a massive positive shift in destiny with the Wheel of Fortune card and the number 1010 coming up here. It's strange because a lot of this energy is so heavy and it feels like stagnancy, but then what is beneath the surface of this is such a positive shift in the right direction. It's things finally beginning to feel like they're moving in the right direction. And like I mentioned earlier, that may start slow. That may start in a way that feels very slow to begin with. But over the course of time, there's this really beautiful energy coming into form and focus here, even with the Four of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, it's the sense of things actually beginning to pick up a momentum over time. And once that momentum picks up, it actually starts to move very quickly. With the Four of Wands, I'm hearing true community. There is the sense of a true, more authentic community forming within all of this that is based on, I'm hearing the energy of truth. Now, for some of you, this may be connections or forms of friendship or support or community coming into your life that are based on the energy of truth, that are connected with you in a very genuine, authentic way. This also could be happening on a collective level where people are beginning to emerge and show more of their true, authentic self. I've been speaking of this for a while, and I've been calling it the soul algorithm. And I especially noticed this shift happening around the turn into 2026, where there is this sense that people are craving authenticity. They're craving truth and genuine connection. And you've been ready for that for a long time because you've been authentic. You've been genuine for a while. You've been tapping into that deeper place within yourself. But for a while, the world wasn't ready for you. And the sense that I'm getting is that something is turning and changing on a collective level. The world is ready for you, for that genuine, authentic expression of you that they may not have been ready for in the past. And I'm hearing something about you noticing more of your community emerging. So you may be someone who's been very much a lone wolf type for a while, and you may have felt disconnected from a sense of real-time, grounded, manifested community in this world. But I'm seeing that if that's been the case, that is slowly going to be changing for you. I see you like this beacon sending out a signal, and you've been sending out this signal for quite a while now, but people are starting to hear it and respond to it in a stronger way. And like with all of these messages, it may start slow at first, but trust in the momentum. That's a major message coming through in all life areas. Trust in the momentum that you're building. Even if it starts very slow, trust that things that begin moving slowly, if they're moving in the right direction, will compound over time. That's the sense I get for you overall. It's like, you know, deep down, you're building in the right direction. You know that you've been emanating this authentic signal of yourself for quite some time, but even though things are slowly beginning to come together, the mind might jump in and tell you it's not happening fast enough, or it's always going to be this slow. But that's not the case, because you're going to be building an increasing momentum here that continues to compound on itself, whether that comes to something you're creating in terms of a business, sharing your art or yourself with the world, building a community, whatever this is for you. I just keep getting the message that once things pick up, they begin to move very quickly. And that's sort of like an unexpected truth of the fire horse year energy. We've spoken about and heard so much information about the fire horse being this year of radical action and change and things really starting to move in the right direction. But what people often don't talk about is that all momentum starts slowly. And it's as though in the beginning, it may be moving so slowly, it looks like stagnancy. And yet with that fire horse year energy, you're feeling this internal drive and pressure. So that combination of things, in a way, feeling your own potential, feeling that internal pressure, while at the same time only seeing things beginning to move slowly in the physical, can actually feel very challenging at times in the beginning. But the message here is that you are moving in the right direction, and that whatever you're doing now, while it may seem to be moving slowly, is picking up a momentum that is going to eventually compound on itself and start moving very fast. I'm hearing something about how sometimes when things move slowly, it's because an inner truth is still being revealed. And I feel that for someone listening, you may have felt like in some situation you were in a place that felt very stuck or felt very stagnant. But through that situation, so much truth was being illuminated to you in that so-called stuck place. You definitely were not stuck on an emotional or energetic level, because so much was being revealed. And as a result, so much was moving and shifting within you. It's just that other people couldn't see that yet. For some of you, maybe you're still in the middle of that place. And so going within and really uncovering the inner truth that's being illuminated for you, the inner truth that's surfacing, ironically, that could be a way to then begin to see more movement in the external, because often when we are placed in a position that feels stuck or stagnant, it's because the external world is being shut down a little bit so that we can focus more on something that we need to be seeing internally, or that is going to shift for us in a powerful way on an internal level. It's like a way to facilitate faster internal shifts and changes on that energetic level by kind of temporarily putting us in this sort of container in the physical that can look stagnant, to slow things down on a physical level so we can be, in a way, more focused on what's happening internally. Can I get more information on this 1010 number, this Wheel of Fortune, the Destiny card coming up here? I'm actually going to be looking up that number 1010 to channel a message from that as well. Can I get any more information on the Destiny card here? I just keep getting that word destiny so strongly. Happy family. 444 could be connecting with you a lot. And I very much see this connected with that Four of Wands card, a community coming together. I'm hearing no longer feeling as though you're doing it alone. It seems as though you move into this phase where you no longer feel like you're alone in this. You feel, I'm hearing hidden support. Maybe hidden support starts to come out of the woodwork, or you begin to feel like you are magnetically starting to attract people and forces that are supportive to you and connected to you on a genuine level. We also have Door to Value, the Abundance card. I feel like deep within your soul, you know that you're on the right path, but at times you've questioned yourself on that conscious level because, again, things may feel like they're moving very slowly at first. It's almost like this whole picture of your life or your vision is being woven together, and you've been catching all of these different glimpses of what that vision is going to look like. And you start to feel an excitement about that vision, and then you look back towards the grounded real-time reality and things seem stagnant, or they don't seem to be moving as quickly. But the message here is to keep the faith, because you know that what you're creating or building is going to accumulate this momentum and grow over the course of time. And of course, we have the Temple Path card and All Tied Up. So you may be feeling stuck right now, but you're on the right path. And I just keep hearing that if you are feeling stuck in this so-called stuck place, something really powerful is being illuminated and in a way deconstructed for you. It's like your energy is being prepared for this very fast moving momentum that's coming. Now, the number 1010 is a number that signals you're on the edge of a shift. You're being pushed to step into a new version of yourself, but from alignment, not force. You're outgrowing an old version of yourself. You're being nudged to trust your own direction more. Things feel like they're accelerating or shifting quickly. You're being asked to choose yourself more fully. You may be feeling a mix of excitement and uncertainty, moments of clarity followed by, wait, what now? And heightened intuition, like you just know things. If you've been feeling a little overwhelmed lately, this fits perfectly. Okay, so I want to get more on what is being revealed to you with this All Tied Up card in the Temple Path. I feel like there is a revelation, an illumination of truth happening in this place that feels stuck for you. But again, you're on the right path here. The number 1212 may be occurring for you a lot as well. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Wands, the Victory card. So there is this sense of there being a hidden victory here or a hidden breakthrough. There's almost this element of mystery to it where there's a part of you questioning it, like, am I really having a breakthrough? It's like things click into place and then you wonder, wait, did I imagine that? Is that real? Did I really just have a breakthrough? Because the physical world is still catching up to that. And again, building that momentum behind the scenes. Okay, so what can I channel about this All Tied Up card, you feeling stuck, but also on the right path? It's like, you know you're moving in the right direction, but things feel kind of stagnant. The Nine of Wands. I feel that for some of you, there is something that you've been carrying. I'm hearing you've been strong and you're learning now to let yourself be soft. I feel like I'm speaking to someone who their whole life has been called very strong and taught to carry things alone, with the Hermit card here as well. And I feel like now you're in this place where you are meant to be letting yourself be softer and be supported differently by your external world, by the people around you. I'm hearing something about someone learning to let in support or to let in love or care, to not need to just do things alone anymore. To let yourself be supported differently. And it's almost like there's something very heavy that you've been carrying, maybe even on a subconscious level, and you've been carrying this or dealing with this alone. But now there's this person or this energy coming in to say, I know you've been doing this on your own, but you don't have to. You can be loved through this. You can be supported through this. The number 999 may be relating here as well. So what is this thing that you've been carrying? The Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you are this nurturing force for so many people around you. But I'm hearing, who's taking care of you? I feel like that is kind of like the question coming up here. It's like you've been such a light and a support and a nurturing force for so many others, and you continue to do that. I feel like that's part of your soul purpose here on earth. But this is also this time where Spirit is saying you're meant to be supported in being that nurturing, uplifting force that you are. You're meant to be like bolstered or supported in some kind of way through all of that. Yeah, with the High Priestess, I'm getting that this is an era in your life where you are meant to be discovering that you can tap into your spiritual side or your gifts or your talents even more deeply when you are properly supported in the physical world, whether that's support from a specific other person who's come into your life recently, support from a community, maybe from some kind of like guide or therapist or counselor, or even just supported by your own routines in your own physical environment and like the way you care for yourself. The number 222 may be coming out here. Yeah, and we have the Lovers card. I'm hearing a divine love timeline. So I feel that for many of you as well, there is this sense that on a romantic level, this message won't be for everyone, but for someone listening, you've also felt as though you've been doing things alone when it's come to your love life, and you've been very independent. Again, very much that lone wolf kind of energy. But now you are attracting in some kind of support, like divine love support that is meant to be showing you that through a sacred partnership or union or harmonized connection, you can really feel supported differently in your soul mission here on earth. I'm hearing it's not one or the other. Maybe for a while you kind of felt like you always had to choose between living fully in your soul's mission and purpose on this earth and being in like a harmonized romantic connection. It felt like almost like this. And this, again, won't be for everyone. I feel like I'm speaking to a small group here, but I feel that if you've been more independent, there is this sense that you are being taught now that these things can not only coexist, but can mutually support each other. And if it's not applying specifically when it comes to love, this could be in other areas of your life where there have been different parts of you or expressions of you that you've been grappling with because you think that they are inherently contradictory. But this part of your life is coming in to show you that they're actually mutually supportive, and that when you express both of these aspects of yourself together, you actually amplify both of them. But I also, again, see this as like a divine love timeline for many of you as well, where you're coming together with a person who, through that partnership, you're amplifying each other in the process. So you're both feeling supported, but also both massively benefiting from that partnership or union as well. It's like you tap into these endless reserves of energy when you're connected to each other, instead of feeling as though there is this constant mutual sacrifice and depletion. And again, that won't be for everyone. That will just be for a select number of you if that's resonating for you. But with the Chariot card, yeah, I see a huge victory here as well. If you've been dealing with something that has felt stagnant or heavy, I feel like this is meant to be a positive sign of confirmation for you, that there's a victory, maybe a hidden victory on the other side of this. But I feel like this isn't something you're doing alone. This is something that you are discovering so much support through. It's like you're accomplishing some kind of victory, but feeling supported in the process. And that's what makes it so different from things that you may have done or achieved in the past. Because I feel, again, a lot of those prior successes or victories felt very isolated, very independent. And that was a beautiful thing for you to really discover your own strength. But like we've been channeling, it's like now is the time for you to discover your own softness, that you can be both strong and soft and supported in all of that. So I'm going to be continuing this channeling onto the extended version of the reading. So if this has been connecting and you'd like to continue on with me to the extended, the link to that will be below. But otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and close things out here. I hope you're all having a wonderful day and start to your week. I'm sending you so much love as always, and I will connect with you here again in the next reading.